Lana Rhoades says that a Nets player invited her to a playoff game, but then showed up with a side chick to a date afterwards. This is some hot tea, and we know which player it was. Let's get into it. Hi guys, it's Devin Howard. If you're not following me on Instagram, you should do that now. I'm there as @DevinHoward. Subscribe to the Fumble, tap the bell for notifications, and hit that thumbs up button. Porn star Lana Rhoades makes up 1/3 of the YouTube show 3 Girls, 1 Kitchen. And on the season 2 premiere, she decided to spill some hot tea about a Brooklyn Nets player. She talked about how she had recently been invited to a Brooklyn Nets playoff game, and things started off pretty well. She and the other girls were having a great time, drinking tequila, enjoying the luxuries of a private suite, but after the game, things ended up getting a little weird. The whole crew of women, plus the Nets player, who remains unnamed throughout this whole YouTube video, all went out to dinner, but on the way there, they made a pit stop to pick up the side chick of the athlete that invited Lana out to the game. Check this out here.
The guy who invited me also invited one of the other girls. And so this is not the first time that this has happened to me, where I've been invited on a date or like to hang out, and they also invite like a backup option.
Now that is a pretty bold move, but it's something an athlete could totally get away with. You know you can pull chicks when you have no qualms about inviting a girl out to dinner and then bringing another side chick along for the meal. She thinks that this Nets athlete was probably just trying to cover his bases and make sure he had somebody to hang out with that night. She says that she tends to act pretty disinterested in the men that pursue her, and she also makes it pretty clear from the get-go that she has no intention of sleeping with them, and this guy probably really wanted to get laid, so he invited somebody else along for the ride. But here's the kicker, you guys. She doesn't ever name this athlete, but she totally gives away who it was. She ended up describing how she and this Brooklyn Nets player really didn't have much of a connection, and she thinks it's because he was a Libra. Watch this here.
The real reason why I left the dinner was because I don't want to be mean, but me and this guy, we just didn't like click. Like, yeah. I'm like, oh, what's your favorite this? What's that? What's your opinion on this? And he's like, I don't have opinions on anything. I don't have favorite anythings. And he was serious. He wasn't just like saying that to shut down the conversation. He literally was just
nothing there. Like,
he's not spicy enough for me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help but compare him to like other people that I had met prior. And I'm just like, this just isn't for me, which brought me to another conclusion. I used to date Libras consistently, and this man is a Libra.
Your zodiac sign is Libra if you were born between September 23rd and October 22nd. And the only athlete born between those dates on the Brooklyn Nets roster is KD. He was born September 29th. So lo and behold, Kevin Durant is the only Libra on the Brooklyn Nets roster. I am so glad that my basic white girl interests in astrology are finally paying off, because I was able to figure out exactly who she was talking about. And apparently, the Slim Reaper is the one who was bold enough to invite not 1, but 2 girls out to the same date. Look, KD knows he can pull chicks, so if he has no problem inviting 2 girls out on the same date, more power to him, I guess. Are you guys surprised by this at all? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell. I'm Devin Howard for the Fumble, and I'll see you guys later.